Hare Krishna, this is Navneet and I welcome you to Vyasa Astro channel. October 2nd, 2024, we have the last solar eclipse of 2024. It is a hard one, I must tell you that. And during this video, I'm going to cover all the ascendants and all the Rashis and will be giving you nakshatra-based super powerful remedies. Because usually what happens is there's a huge difference between solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. You see, whenever you have lunar eclipse with you, the problem is, for your mind, the mind stops working, the mind does not work, it impacts your mind, there's a lot of mental turmoil. But when it comes to sun eclipse, Surya Grahan, you will feel practical things coming in your life, and there'll be practical problems coming in your life. You'll see, actually the things have gone wrong. They are not temporary one. It takes time, for you to recover, those problems that you see or during or after or even before the solar eclipse, especially when the solar eclipse is about to happen. 10 days before that, you will start feeling anxiety, fear, and since it is happening in the sign of Virgo, you know, uh, you will see that the problems are associated with stomach. You'll see burning sensations in the stomach. You will see heat. The pitta has increased suddenly. And the Aditya, right now, Surya is Viviswan Aditya. This Aditya, Viviswan, is an Aditya which burns our Shadripus. There's so much of Agni Shakti in the Viviswan, which burns all our bad habits and Shadripus and bad karmas. Now, this eclipse is not visible in India, in Asia, right? And it is visible somewhere in South Pacific Ocean, Southern America, and the Southern Atlantic Ocean. The time for this eclipse in India, it begins approximately 9:20 p.m. in India up till 3:13 a.m. So it's good 6 hours of that eclipse. And so there's no Sutak in India. The temples will not be closed. There are no major precautions that we have to take. But you know what? There are astrological effects that are going to be there in everybody's life. There are going to be problems in everybody's life, right? Yes, there are certain advantages of this eclipse, there are certain good things that are going to happen with the eclipse, but more or less it is going to be some troublesome and problematic situations. So there are very powerful remedies that I'm going to give you, and let me show you, by sharing my screen, by showing you the chart of the day, the time when the eclipse is happening, and what all nakshatras are involved, what all planets are involved, and then we'll take Lagan by Lagan, and in the end, I'll give you a practical, powerful remedies, right? And I'm sure if you, and they're very simple one, right? If you do them, you will be able to come out of these situations. So you see, October 2nd, 2024, I've taken a chart of 9:20 p.m. So if I take, Aries Lagna, Kalapurusha Kundli, and you see this is happening in the sixth house, and all the planet, this is known as Graha Yuddha, happening in the Hasta nakshatra. We got Ketu in Hasta, we got Moon in Hasta, Sun in Hasta, Mokri in Hasta, and it is aspected by Jupiter in from Mrigasira nakshatra, and Mangal is in the Punarvasu aspecting this particular eclipse. Now, first thing first, Sun, is your willpower. Sun is your confidence. Sun is your, vitality. Sun is government. Sun is your confidence. Sun is your karka, the naisargik karka, the natural significator of your soul purpose in life. When this gets eclipsed, the first thing that you will feel is that your health will go for a 6. This is going to, because sixth house is involved, right? And sixth house is about our Shadripus, our charities, our Rishi Munis, all these, even celibacy is seen from the sixth house. Now, the health is one because moon is involved here, right? And it is a time when the Shraddha Paksh is going and Navratras is about to begin. You know what? This transition time for Surya and at the time of this eclipse is not good, right? You would see the problems coming in your health. You would see problems related to stomach. You would see problems relating to, your lungs. You can have skin problems because Mercury is involved here. Skin issues will, pop up, allergies. Suddenly you will find children and, or even you people will have rashes or, some skin allergies would come back. And also on the same time, since Mangal has a drishti on it, the rectum area will be hit. The lower back will take a hit because from the Kal Purusha Kundli, Mangala is the Ashtama Swami, which is aspecting this eclipse. So at the universal level, whatever your Lagna is, irrespective of that, the universal energy, if you have been facing problems like piles or problems like rectum bleeding or problem in reproductive system, suddenly you will see there's some problem out of the way it is coming to you. Suddenly you will have rectum bleeding for 3-4 days or hormonal disbalance for 1 month, 15 days, and then eventually it will go away, which you did not see from last 5-7 years. Suddenly it will come. So that is what is seen at universal level. I don't talk about mundane that this is going to happen in Canada or this is going to happen in America. I don't believe. I believe in helping individuals at the moment that, if you're watching this video, you should know what is going to happen. On the same time, right? You see, this eclipse is happening 12th from the Venus, right? So when it happens 12th from the Venus, it is actually loss of Venus. Venus is Karka of devotion. Venus is Karka of luxury. Venus is, Karka of cars and materialistic things. It is Lakshmi Karka. So what happens with this eclipse is suddenly you will see huge discounts that will be coming on vehicles and equipments which give us comfort. Suddenly you will see, you'll see 10 lakhs, 15 lakh rupees discount on luxurious cars. For ordinary cars, you'll see 3 lakh, 4 lakh rupees discounts. People will be after you to buy cars. The automobile industry is going to crash with this 100%. So next 3 months for automobile industry is like going to be a chaos, a big chaos. Hasta Nakshatra is also about softwares. It's about cyber crimes. So you will see there'll be certain raise in the cyber crimes in the country, right? You got to be very careful when you're using your bank account online on your mobile phone, right? There can be chances of hacking. You have already seen the results. A very non YouTuber lost its YouTube channel, right? So all these things, these are the just the triggering effects. That kind of effect which comes in advance is coming because of this solar eclipse, because moon is involved. Moon is basically all related to film industry. It's also related to medical sciences. It is also related to doctors and all those artists, because this eclipse is happening 12th from Venus. So that means there can be problem related in the film industry also. You'll see some scandals, some image of any particular entertainer will go bad. There can be an accident, problematic situations, or health issues. Definitely there'll be some health problems. Some disease can come up, especially related to stomach, especially something which is related to liver area, right? Digestion, gut health will go for a 6. Now, that is what is happening at individual level. But again, it is based on your lagna. If you have Aries as your lagna or Aries as your moon sign, it is happening in the sixth house for you. Sixth house is house of charity, celibacy in a positive way. Negative way, it is your enemies, diseases, health issues, debts. Suddenly, there'll be an offer coming to you for taking a loan or a debt. And if you take a loan or a debt in in the time period of 20 days from the eclipse, you will get tons of problems in repaying it. If you're trying to get a loan, see, if you're trying to buy a vehicle on in the Navratris, go ahead. That's not a problem. But if you are trying to buy a business loan where you are mortgaging your home, your factory, your property, you're taking a big loan, please wait till November. Till November 15th, right? Once the Saturn goes direct, you can. Because Mars is aspecting this eclipse. Any huge financial transaction will give you a trouble. Take my words. It will give you a trouble. You need to hold on. You need to postpone it. I'm not denying it, but sometimes it is a movement that you have to take care of. And if you can take care of that movement, you will, benefit out of it. Like parents stop you. Earlier, Rishi Munis used to stop a king that Maharaj, you do it for, wait for 15, 20 days, do it after 20 days. And, the king used to obey the Rishi Munis. So that is something that you're supposed to do. It's happening in the sixth house. You've got to be careful with debts, enemies, diseases, problems, right? Also, since it is the fifth lord is associated, you got to be careful with your children. When you're going out with the family, right, drive slow, do not go for adventures. There can be small problems when you and children are together, right? The conversation with the children can go haywire. So be very, very careful. Now, see, there are some common remedies for each one of you. One of the very, very important remedies that I think every Lagna and every Rashi should do is you should, donate green lentils, which is green moong dal, right, to a cow, right? So you can soak it overnight, make it soft, right, and go to a gaushala, donate it. Now you are in US, right? No problem. If you have connections in India, right? And I see that a lot of cow shelters in America and Canada, people are going forward to such initiatives. You have people in India. We also have our, a Seva Parivar where we do it. So, you can contact my managers. The number is there on the website. They can help you do it in the Gaushala, right? So do it, right? Green lentils. Pay some money, buy some green lentils, overnight soak it. Do it for 10-15 days at a stretch if you can do it. If not, every day, at least once, twice a week, you should start doing it. It is a nakshatra, based remedy, or you can give them green grass or green vegetables, whatever is available. Something green, has to go to the cows, right? Especially for next 15-20 days, after the eclipse. Very important. It will help you save your money. Your money will not go wasted because Mercury charity. You see why I'm emphasizing on charity a lot, because sixth house is house of charity. Whenever eclipse happens in the sixth house, it is the charity that will save you. See, mantras can protect your aura, but mantras can only protect your aura if you've been doing mantras from long time. It is not that it is raining outside and you now start building your home. Well, that's not a good idea. You will not be able to build it. Similarly, when the eclipse is there, suddenly you start doing mantras, out of the blue, and you say, I'll be saved. No, the charity is always an immediate remedy. When you go to a temple, when you go to a Jyotirlinga, when you go to Somnath, Balaji, that is an immediate remedy. Or when you start, giving something. Charity is an immediate remedy to protect, something which is going wrong in your life. So do that. And for every Lagna, because since it is like Amavasya coming, right? And you see sun and moon are so closely conjunct, making an Amavasya yoga. It is actually Amavasya, So you need to wash your face with milk for next 25-30 days minimum. So take a ball of milk and just wash your face every day in the morning, right? And people who have severe OCD or anxiety or stress, they can take shower with the milk. They can take a ball of milk, put it on your body, and then take a regular shower, right? So that's something that you should do. On the same time, Ketu is there, so you need to feed dogs. It's very good time for progeny of dogs. So if you want to breed your female dog, or you want to take your dog for mating, or a male dog, please do that. Something very, very, very important. Okay. On the same time, we can take it that there's another one very, very powerful remedy that you should be doing is doing Gayatri Mantra. That is a standard remedy, of doing Gayatri. And, since the Aditya, which is involved is Viswan, Aditya. So, Om Vivisvate Namaha. This is the mantra. Especially when you're giving jala to the Surya from next day, Om Vivisvate Namaha. Do this mantra, right, while offering jala to the Surya. It will really, really help you. And the good thing in this particular eclipse is that if you want to quit smoking, drinking, any shadripu, any bad habit, or betting, this is the time. If you take a sankalpa in this particular time, trust me, this eclipse will remove that shadripu for sure. And for this birth, it will be gone. It's such a strong period. These eclipses are strong periods to actually completely remove your shadripu, especially the solar eclipse, right? So these are universal remedies, not for the Aries, but for all the lagnas. These are the remedies because these are the nakshatra based remedies. The nakshatras are not going to change for any lagna. The eclipse are going to be in the same nakshatra. We take Taurus. Taurus, it is happening in the fifth house. You've got to be careful. There will be breakups. For Taurus people, there will be breakups. Your routine of doing mantras, spirituality, all these things will go for a six, right? You will be in trouble with that. You will be in trouble with your children. Your relationships, they will stop studying, they'll go against you, they'll speak against you, they want to have an argument with you. So all these problems will come when it comes to children. The remedies are same, but one thing that you can do is you should water mango tree. If you find out a mango tree around you, just go and water that mango tree. Take a glass of water or a small utensil filled with water. Give it to on the roots of mango tree for next 30 days. Right? Your problem with the children will be resolved. Right? They will not take a hit. The breakup will not happen. Right? And your spiritual routine, the routine of your mantras will not go for a six. But this is a time where you need to be careful with the aspects relating to your home and your fifth house, because your fourth lord is affected. Your mother health can go for a trouble. Need to take care of your mother. Be very, very conscious. Please be very careful when you're doing any property dealings. And this is very important for people who are Gemini Lagna as well, right? So for Gemini Lagna or Gemini moons, right? You got to be careful when you're dealing with properties. You got to be careful with your mother's health. This Amavasya yoga in the fourth house separates mother and father. Either they get divorced or they go away from each other, or they have, situations where one of them can go. So this is a very, very difficult period. I want all the Gemini Lagna people, their parents should perform a Rudra Abhishekam, right? If they can do it on 2nd October or 3rd October, right? It will be great. On the first Navratri, tell them to do a Rudra Abhishekam. Very, very important. Or if it is not feasible, as soon as possible after the eclipse, you go to a temple, do a Rudra Abhishekam for 1.5 hours. Tell, Panditji to do, Siri Rudram, Namakam, Chamakam. That's it. If you are near Somanath, go and visit Somanath. Very, very important for Gemini Lagna. On the same time, Gemini can also wear two Mukhi Rudraksh. अगर वो दो Mukhi Rudraksh, or they can bring home a two-mukhi Rudraksh. That is something very, very important. And Gemini, please wear light blue colors for maximum light blue colors for next 1 month. Right? Try to repeat light blue, which is like a sky color. Very, very important remedy for them. And in terms of charity, again, going to the cows, giving green lentils to the cows, and also washing your face and body with the milk is something which is very important. Doing the Gayatri mantra, right, starting from Tat Savitur. If you have Gayatri Diksha, you start from Om Bhurbhuvasva. If you do not have Gayatri Diksha, start from Tat Savitur Vareniyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Now for Cancer Lagna, it's a bad time. For Cancer, anything that you start new will be a problematic situation. Hold yourself for next 15-20 days. Right? It is a negative energy in your third house. There can be conflicts, there can be problems. You will be bashed for something that you have done wrong in the past, because third is exactly opposite to the ninth, right? Where you will be realized that this is something that you've really done wrong, and you will realize it, which will give you pain, which will give you problem. You've got to be careful with relationship with siblings, right? There can be problems with the siblings, even younger brother, or relations like bua or mami. The problems can go for a six. Something that you sign, something that you write can be a problematic situation. And trust me, if you are a ventilator, if you are into a health problem, serious problem. People can lose life here because it's 8th from the 8th, right? So you got to be careful with someone. If you're an astrologer, you get a consultation with someone as a Cancer rising in the hospital, get them the Rudra Abhishek done. The Leo rising, or you have Singha, as a Rashi. Now, this is happening, this eclipse is happening in the Dvitiya Bhava, the second house. Second house is of your family, your saving accounts. This is a Lagna or a Rashi that need to be very careful while doing any online transactions. Those incidents when your entire saving account is gone, that's where the problem is. And you need to be very careful in your impulsive buying. Anything which you eat wrong, food poisoning, which will be very, very frequent for the people, who are single lagna. And you would see they will start facing digestion problems already. They're facing problems in their gums, in their teeth, in the eyes. They have some sort of infections right now. Right? So this is where they have to be careful. Gayatri mantra, satvik bhojana. Right? Try to eat light, right? As much you can. And on the same time, within your family, there can be some sort of blame that can come on the family. You've got to be careful if the government goes against and seal your accounts. Anything that you have done wrong, there are chances that next 40 days, your accounts can be sealed. There can be problems with government. So stay calm, stay low profile. Try to resolve things amicably. If you don't, it's a troublesome period. The best remedy here would be go to a temple, right? And you should offer some desi ghee in the temple or a gurudwara, which is a clarified butter, and you should go to a gaushala for next 4 Sundays. So this Sunday, which is like tomorrow, and then another consecutive 4 Sundays to a cow's shelter and offer jaggery or shakkar. Right, that's something which is very, very important. If you're in US, you can donate the jaggery, right, in a temple or in a gurudwara, whatever quantity, whatever weight, right, whatever your capacity is, 100 kgs, 10 kgs, 1 kg, doesn't matter, but it should be on Sunday. You should do Gayatri, you should chant Gayatri mantra little louder, right, starting from Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat. Do it as much you can. Otherwise, not good. Not good. When it comes to Virgo Lagna, it is happening in the Lagna. Your intelligence, wrong decisions. wrong decisions in, finalizing your balance sheets, tax payments, right, with government, fight with the wife, wrong decision in marrying, someone, selecting someone, right? There can be problems. You can have a small cut or a bruise on a forehead. It has already started 7 days ago. So some people whose Mercury Dasha is going or Surya Dasha is going, they already got a, some sort of, hit on the head. Got to be very, very, very careful with that respect. The best thing that they can do here is that they should, definitely give jala to the Surya every day in the morning and do Gayatri mantras and try to donate, roti, food, bread to the people. If you can charity that every day, have a niyam for next 40 days, have a protocol for next 40 days that at least one meal I will give it to someone. If you are in Western part or Southeast Asia, wherever you are, there are food trolleys, food pickups, anything which is made out of grain, that wheat flour that we have, you should go and donate it to someone every single day for next 40 days. Feed dogs, that is again very, very important. And on the same time, this is going to give you tons of anxiety and stress, wrong decisions. So if you are taking a major decision, you need to postpone it for some time, right? For Tula, which is Libra rising or Libra moon sign, it is happening in the 12th house, house of losses, house of being lonely. You'll feel lone, you can have a breakup, you can have problems in your married life, because marriage is not only seen from the 7th house or from the Navamsha, the 12th house of your Lagna Kundli plays a very, very important role. Problems with your visa filing, right? If you have any visa or you have some PR, green card, something, you'll see it is stuck. There'll be, something that you did not expect. That kind of problems will come. The best remedy here, the Surya is also getting into Maran Karakstana, and the 11th house, elder brother can be into trouble. Also, father can be into trouble, right? You need to be very careful with your relationships with father and elder brother and their health. That's something very, very important. What I want you to do here is to feed cows as much as possible, right? And plant a tree, mango tree or a juhi tree, Juhi. You search it, you do it. Or there's something known as Jaifal. So Jaifal is where you can plant a tree. The best is the mango tree. If you can plant a mango tree, or if it is there, start watering it for 1 month. Very, very, very important. And also, there's a mantra for you people in the Surya in the Maran Karakstana. Om Jham. JHAM. Om Jham. Om Jham. Om Jham. So this is a mantra you should be doing, for next 35, 40 days. It will help you a lot, trust me. For Scorpio, this eclipse is happening in the 11th house of hopes, wishes, desires, society, public. It's sixth from the sixth, your health, your eardrums, right? ENT area, that's where you can get some problems. Suddenly you would realize your legs are paining, from last good 10, 12 days. You're feeling so low, you want to do so much for yourself and you're not able to do anything. I think you're feeling as if you're sacrificing your life and you've done nothing, because Surya in the 11th house from the Bhava concept, you know, is the Twastar, which is like sacrificing yourself for others. So you know what, this Aditya, here, the Bhava Aditya of the 11th house is a very sacrificing Aditya. So you will feel as if you have sacrificed your entire life, you've sacrificed everything, you've done nothing for yourself, and your self-esteem and you yourself will go very, very low. That you've not given time for yourself, you've not done nothing in life. That is where the problem is. That is a mental turmoil that you will face. And because of which you can have fights, you can have problems, you can have bad relations with the children and husband and the extended family. Got to be careful with this. Got to be careful with your profiles on the Facebook, on social media, the way you deal with the society. Be very, very, very careful with that. The best remedy is to take bath with milk. For you people, next 40 days, do not forget to take bath with milk. Wash your face with the milk as much you can. Once, twice a day is fine. Doing Gayatri mantra is fine. Reading Shiv Mahapuran is fine. So read Shiv Mahapuran, listen to Shiv Mahapuran. That is something which will give you tons of mental peace. All the Scorpio people in this world, they are short-tempered, impulsive, sentimental, and honest people. And the only thing that saves you in life is Shiv Mahapuran. Trust me, reading or listening to Shiv Mahapuran is the remedy for you people. Going to the Sagittarius Lagna or Sagittarius moon sign, it's in the 10th house. Wrong decisions at the work, problem with government, problem with your office, boss. There could be fights within the office. Colleague can ditch you, right? You will not be able to maintain work-life balance, right? You can have problems in your chest. You can have problems in your lungs because 4th house, 10th house, Mercury, when you have Mercury in the 4th house or Mercury in the 10th house, it has capability to give you asthma, TB, problems in the lungs. Mercury is the one. You find out your people around you who've got problem in their lungs, they will have Mercury either in the 4th or in the 10th house. Guaranteed. You need to be careful with bronchitis allergies, with asthmatic allergies. The season is changing, right? Take bath with milk, donate mercury. Means, you need to give some money to transgenders, you need to give some food to children, who are below the age of 12, 13. You need to go to Gaushala, right? Donate green lentils. For you people, green lentils is very, very important because Mercury is also your Badaka Graha and Surya's ninth lord. So bosses, fatherly figures, gurus, you can be in conflict with them. Be very careful. Gayatri mantra, the best remedy. Rudra Abhishekam, at least do 2 Rudra Abhishekams in next 40 days. If you can do it on the day of your Janma Nakshatra, fantastic. Nothing like it. For the Capricorn Lagna or Capricorn Rashi, it is happening in the 9th house. Avoid long travels. Sorry, it is going to create health problems, accidents, unwanted situations. If you go on a mission or a task that will not be completed until you do rigorous Gayatri mantra for 40 minutes every day in the morning for next 40 days. You need to help your Surya because Surya is your 8th lord. Hidden enemies, hidden problems, unexpected sudden events will come in your life, which is not good, right? You got to be careful with your father's health, right? Ask him to be less adventurous in life. He has to live a normal, do a Rudra Abhishekam, right? Very, very important. And try to, donate. There's something like a pista milk that come, which is pistachio milk, moon and mercury, right? So milk and or maybe any drink which is green in color. So you've got grapes juice or you get guava juice, something like that. If you get in green in color, you're donated to poor people on every Wednesday or on Sundays. Doing Gayatri mantra, taking bath with the milk is very, very important, and remain low profile with your bosses, with your gurus, with your teachers. Do not get into an argument or conversation. For Aquarius Lagna, it is happening in the 8th house. You've got to be careful with rectum bleeding, problems in the lower back. Your lower back will pain, your legs will pain, your chest will pain. You need to be careful with your rectum area, reproductive system. There can be problem for females here. There can be, unstopped bleeding. There can be accidents. There can be hidden problems. But if you want to start a cult, a real research, this is the time. If you begin from here, you will never look back. You'll never look back. If you rectify your relationships with your in-laws, it will be rectified forever. It is an opportunity to solve your problems with your in-laws, with your extended family. You will reconcile and reconcile like anything. It will be a forever settlement for you. If you're running some sort of, mediation, with your marriage, this is a time you can, reconcile. That's the best time. But you need to do a lot of meditation. You need to meditate on Om. You need to do Gayatri mantra. You need to give Jala to the Surya. You need to take bath with milk. On the same time, go to Gaushala and donate so much of green foods to the cows. If you can't, you're in western part of the world, donate anything green, vegetables, green lentils to a temple, gurudwara, church, on Wednesdays and Sundays. Very, very important. For Pisces, it is happening in the seventh house. You need to be careful with your married life, associations, partners. Your partners can ditch you, or you'll be able to figure out that, hey, this is where I was getting conned. That's what is going to happen with you. Your daily income can take a hit because seventh house is your daily income. If you are into PhD, your PhD, thesis and everything will be in problem, right? So you need to rectify this. The best remedy that I would give you here is go to Ganapati, right? Go to Ganapati and ask Ganapati for forgiveness. And sitting in front of Ganapati, lighting a lamp in front of Ganapati, you should do Gayatri Mantra, right? Ganapati loves Gayatri Mantra. He is in love with Gayatri Mantra, right? So doing Ganapati, doing Gayatri Mantra in front of Ganapati is very, very important. And again, plant a mango tree, or you can water a mango tree. It's a remedy of Hasta Nakshatra, actually, the mango tree or a Juhi plant, right? But ladies and gentlemen, for all the Lagnas and all the Rashis, you need to drive slow, remain low profile, do not get into arguments. Because whenever there is a solar eclipse, it is like a practical loss that can happen. I'm not scaring you, but I'm just trying to show you the reality. These are the remedies. Aap kariye, you'll feel better about everything around you. And also when the eclipse is happening, stay with the Surya. Tell Surya that we are with you. Eclipse comes in my life, your life, everybody's life, and we are praying for you. You are such a powerful energy. We are not even a speck of a dust in front of you, but still that one, 1/10 part of that speck of the dust is also praying for the Surya, right? With whatever capacity. When you are with the Surya, Surya will be with you. When you are with the planets, planets will be with you. All you have to do is you have to believe in their energies. A lot of people who say we don't believe in astrology, fine. They don't believe in a science and they don't believe in that energy. If you believe, the energies will respond you back and they will give you blessings. It's just like someone who doesn't know me, I don't bother about them and I can be as good as bad for them. But if I know someone, even if I wanted to be bad with that person, I'll not be able to be bad because he's done something for me. He's prayed for me. He knows me. But at a universal level, it's all your karma. Whatever karmas you have from the prarabdha, right? There's no free will. Only your reaction is your free will. And you're facing your karmas. The only way you can face your karmas is with a spiritual reaction. And spiritual reaction comes with charities, with mantras, with meeting a guru, with learning occult sciences, believing in occult sciences and believing in astrology. Your reactions to your prarabdha are very, very spiritual and helpful for you. That is the real meaning of Jyotisha. Thank you very much. I'll come with another video. Till then, Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.